Top morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Meliodas and Elizabeth was swap places link, aka What If Meliodas was a goddess and Elizabeth was a demon thing. Yeah. So this is my version of it. So there can be changes. So like the Meliodas was born violence one instead of like that. Yeah. So yeah, he can be feared by all. But Elizabeth will be the opposite. Like she wants to, it would be like the instead of having war thing, she wants peace. Like she wants to be like and make a gap between demons and goddesses. Like similar to canon, but the so yeah. So but the so now let's start. Earth. So so let's begin with Meliodas, the goddess race. So when he was born, his mother loved him. Um, but others trained him to be a murderer. Like he kills the demons things. As he is he's respectful of his mother. But when he was just like adult, he became the world's most powerfulest person, or most powerfulest goddess in the world. He as the he because but everyone trained him to do that, but they all care about him. So yeah. One mission they sent him on was a vampire mission. He goes on a killing spree. As when he arrived, he could sense a girl's power. If you guess who it will be, you'll get a prize. It's her. As he kept her alive, but he killed the rest. He sealed her away. as yeah, as when he came back, his brother is like, "Are you doing okay, brother?" Or Meliodas? Yeah, I'm okay. As now it was the demons versus the goddesses, like an ancient war thing. And the Elizabeth and was in that war, right? But and Zuko, or as Meliodas was so powerful, he slaughtered most of the demons by himself. He was no ordinary goddess, as he moves faster than the winds. He slaughtered almost the entire population of demons. 1 by 1, 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4. Yeah. Without even getting tired out. And this, or actually, most of the this is his eyes were, and some of them are like terrified. I mean, as he hears the voice of his mother, told him to calm down. As the other two are like, yeah, you basically almost slaughtered the entire demon race by yourself. Okay. It's just, I'm so upset all the time. That's okay. And this, or his mother didn't know how that he gets upset a lot. So yeah, he only left the 10 Commandments alive. Every demon and was got killed off. Blink of an eye. As they try, or they got sealed away. Okay. Yeah. As over years have passed, he still trains hard. Now he is a captain of 7 deadly sins. Mm. So he does the not hiding, but he walks around. So then it would be like normally, but Elizabeth is not there. So yeah, because she was trapped in that sealed one. And so the only reason why Zuko, or not, I keep saying Zuko because of My Hero Academia, what is things. So Meliodas was like looking for because they got exiled and then all that stuff. As he goes, um, he gets yeah, so, yeah. And Meliodas was born a little bit different from the goddesses. He has his mother's kindness, but and he is opposite to Zartros, where Zartros hated like all the racism things, or he or actually hates goddesses. So when I say opposite, means the Meliodas hates demons. So then stuff happens like normally, but the Meliodas is still trained super hard. He did open a boar house, so yeah, boar hat house thing. And you know how in the anime or manga he's a worse chef, but in this alternate timeline, he cooked such a good food thing that people keep coming back for it for round twos. So then the whole thing happens. Then the Zuko, or of course, stuff happens like normally. But now we are on to the same part where it was they all versus him as like all the holy knights versus him part as the Huku or not Meliodas was like as he's gripping on into he's trying not to fall into that bad habit again. And as they're like wondering why Meliodas is acting so weird. As he flies around, as he's still gripping his arm, as he's trying so hard to not be so angry, as he had to, as he like, because his friends are on the line, as is negative self, like the one that pushes him to be at war all the time, like his negative self, who tells him that and you shouldn't be called Meliodas. You should be called the dumb one. As he's just trying to but he says if my friend, he just saw one of the holy knights just die right in front of his eyes, as they could not believe it, or he couldn't, as he could feel the anger in his own. And now, as he flies, is with enough force, he hits the Hendrickson with enough force. Boom! As he pulls out his sword, as he slices him up. And yeah, he says this. And his revenge. As the explosion. Yeah, it would be like similar to Revenge Counter, but this revenge thing was so powerful that even everyone's like, and he did train like Gil Thunder, her, and of course, he touched everyone's hearts. So then, yeah. So then, some of them, like after the battle between Hendrickson and the Holy Knight, one of the people asked Gother about what is his deal. When I noticed when he grips his arm, and can I ask? Sure. Or let's say it was Gil Thunder about it. So he asks him that, as Gil Thunder tells Gil Thunder that the Meliodas is a warrior Hernatisk as one. So basically he has to fight. He hates demons and so much. That's why and his all the Hernatisk clan and respect him as a leader of it. Okay? And they don't see him as a person with as he wait, so you're saying that he's a Hannes? Yes. As he's asked Meliodas himself that, okay, who told you? Who? Yeah, so Meliodas uses his, as he shows when he was battling against the Annis, or Hendrickson, he showed his wings. As he was, they could not believe it. He went, this kid in a goddess clan. So, yeah. Yeah, so he got kidnapped to, like, do that. Hun? Hun? So then the whole thing starts. The 10 Commandments and shows up. So it was. So she could sense love in Meliodas when they first met. When they first met on the battlefield thing, she knew she was in love with him. So the demon clan, so the only person that knew that Elizabeth is falling in love is the Demon King. So the Demon King tells her that, who's this boy that you're falling in love with, that you met on the battlefield? Is it Meliodas? As she's blushing, as he says, that boy has more surprises inside of him. If you love him that much, I'm not gonna stop you. Because he's a good father to the Elizabeth and Zaratros. So that's why. So Zaratros knows that that she fell in love with him, or that so basically, when every time or like one night after he went to bed and he saw his mother. As she's not in like a frowny face thing, but she says, hey Meliodas, or hey son, what's up? Nothing much. I just was battling against one of the humans that became a demon. And so, yeah. And one of them thought he was crazy. Well, tell that to one of the guild masters about it. Because somehow he obtained the red demon's blood. And the gray demon. Wow. So you went into a battle between both of them? Yeah. then the human fused both of them into his body. As he's really annoyed about it. Ending on his comforts him, telling him that it's alright. And I see a blood mark on, or like blood stain on you, like drippings from your arm. Yeah, it's alright. I have it bandaged up. Hey? Yep. You poor. So, yeah. So the next morning, he woke up, and he walks around. And there was more and more customers at his store. So he got so much like benefits things that it was crazy. So then the day, it was like normally, as Meliodas could sense the vein back. And before we move any further, the conversation between his mother and him, or the Lennis clan and him, where his mother knows that inside of Meliodas, she says this to him. If you're gonna, like, I know that you hate all the demons, but you don't need hate in your heart. Or you need love. So you can choose your own love at your own will. Okay? So, yeah, I'm okay with it. So then now get back to the story. And his mother did know that Elizabeth from the demon race fell in love with Meliodas. But she won't tell Meliodas that Elizabeth is in love with him. So it does like normally. So then ambiance, all that stuff. As plus, Meliodas is the most powerfulest one because he has powers of infinity and zero. So basically, plus he's immortal. When he really gets his power going. So then but there is one change. One change is that everyone was in the perfect cubes except for Meliodas and him. And he says, or as where he doesn't say anything. He walks right past and and him. Where are you going? You missed it, didn't you? Miss what? 2 seconds later. Bah! As he gets torn apart. Or like got sliced up into bacon bits. Or out of existence. As the commandment was there. As he took the commandment. As he used the powers of infinity to create a glass bottle. He put the commandment in with a then as he gave it to Merlin, as everyone's in shock, as one of them asked him, "What technique was that?" It's called "Man is blind in sight." It allows me to basically, once I walk past a person or my opponent, or I walk right through my opponent, and when it hits a target, or once it walks right past, it kills them in an instant. Wipes them out of fabric of reality. Whoa, that's a pretty overpowered move. Yeah. Let me tell you the story. Okay. So the reason why I was born different from the other goddesses. You see them as kindness. I still have that. But it's anger fuels me. Hey. So then, yeah. So then he was dead. So now it's just 9 commandments left. Literally 9 commandments. So then those try to restore their power quickest way, and then the Droll and him were they had a fighting festival, as Elizabeth can sense that Meliodas will be there. But he'll probably, as he as the 10 commandments were no match for him, but so then he does like the same thing what Bon and him did in the anime, and he cut the path way, and at this time, no, known as Meliodas helped Diane with her memory things. So, yeah, then so then the yeah. So he basically yeah. So they did the fight one. Meliodas and Bond really grew who as a indestructible force. The undead Bond and this Meliodas battled against like the that those two bird brains. Yeah. As Zuko or as the not Zuko, the Meliodas is like, what's with you and the Ling? No. You guys don't know about so Elaine and so Bond was talking to or no, Meliodas is talking about or talking to Bond about what's with you and Elaine. As Bond is like, well, you probably don't get it, but me and her are in love with each other. That's that's new stuff. As yeah, he never experienced it. So then the whole like battle between has ended. So they're like, man. As he grew up to be a fighter. So then, yeah. So Bond asked him about the. You never had that feeling, don't you, Bond? Nope, never will. There, actually, my mother wanted me to, who, who, battle against or find someone that I truly love. But I don't know. Oh, beans. I really don't know what. Uh, yeah. So the Ron's like, huh. So then after they had a battle, so now the Esquinor does the same thing. Meliodas just is about to kill both. So the hero, or no, the or the other 10 commandments ends. So saying the other 9 commandments were shows up. Um. So then the one of them is about to when he slaughtered all. He only left 2 alive, but every other, or actually 4 alive. Droll, that fairy king, where is he? Where is he? He left both of those 2 alive, Zarathustra, and Elizabeth. As Elizabeth looks at him with okay, as he doesn't know what the feeling is. As Elizabeth walked up slowly to him, as Bond, or as Meliodas could hear Bond's words or repeating that kind of man. He never felt true love before. As he could, and he took, okay, he took Gallon of Truth's commandment, Malaskla Fate's commandment, the or actually, yeah, he took out Ling Grey Road of Pacifism, commandment, and then yeah, so yeah, and in this alternate timeline, him and him are separated. So basically, both of them are. There is no like him switching over to the dark version of him, or actually, scratch that. He's the fifth one. He doesn't understand what the or he did kill Diane and the or no, not Diane. Ari, that girl this girl. I know there's one thing. If she didn't have the dark or like darkness covering her like outfit thing, she would be probably naked thing. So that's why. So then Meliodas decides to keep those 5 alive. And so there used to be 9, or no, actually 10 commandments went down to 5 commandments. So, yeah. So please leave or I'll do part 2 of this. So please leave a like, share, subscribe. And peace out, y'all.